Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. You guys come here because you want to hear the truth and an unbiased opinion about the situation between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. I'm from America. I do support my American fighters. But there are times when I can't overlook certain things. There are times when I can't just roll with the home team just to be rolling with the home team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mess with Errol Spence. I mess with the Charlo brothers. I mess with, who else, man? Like, it's a lot of boxers I mess with. Tank Davis. You know, and on the other side of that equation, you know, we got people over in the UK. We got fighters in the UK like Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte, you know, that aren't bad fighters. Anthony Joshua has all the belts except for one. He been putting in work. Like, you can't discredit a dude who been putting in work. Like, if you had Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua in the same crib, right? And y'all about to break some shit down, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to roll y'all shit up with something. Who's going to be the doja? Who's going to be the go to the store boy? Who's that going to be? It's going to be Deontay Wilder because you don't got the credentials, man. He going to have to go get the swishes. You know what I'm saying? He going to have to go to the corner store, bodega, whatever you want to call it. He going to have to go and get that shit, and he going to wrap that fucking blunt up. That's what he going to do because he's the doja, all right? But anyway, let's get into some real shit real quick. Anthony Joshua's team has been trying to make this fight with Deontay Wilder for April 13th at Wembley Stadium, right? The venue's been on lock for some time. But it appears that Deontay Wilder and his team are ignoring any sort of negotiations or communications from Joshua's side. Why is that? Ask yourself, why doesn't Deontay Wilder want to take this fight for April? He said he wants 50-50, but, you know, you aim high, you expect something lower. From what I understand, he has been offered a lot more than he's been offered in the past. Just looking at this article, let's peruse through this article real quick together. Looks like we've got a quote from Barry Hearn. "We would desperately love to fight Deontay Wilder in Wembley on April 13th. We have offered him successively more and more, not just guaranteed money, but percentage money. It will generate many times more than he has ever earned in his life. But there's a certain level beyond which we won't go, because AJ is the A side. Unfortunately, I have to report that so far, despite 3-4 emails, dozens of phone calls, we haven't had one response from Deontay Wilder's team. So sooner or later, you take the hint that maybe they don't want us that bad. But then they're also, I guess, planning a Tyson Fury rematch." Barry Hearn's statement. So we all know Deontay Wilder wants to fight Tyson Fury for a second time. Or maybe he doesn't want to fight Tyson Fury for a second time. Who knows? Only these two motherfuckers know if they want to fight each other or not. All I know is I watched Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, and I watched this motherfucker get his ass outboxed. Tyson Fury put on a boxing clinic despite being knocked down twice. And to be quite honest with you, that was the difference between a draw and a win for Tyson Fury, right? Now, me personally, I believe Tyson Fury will be better equipped in the second fight if that fight were to take place. But I'm also hearing this in the back of my, behind me, motherfuckers talking. They're saying Dominic Breazeale just might be next. And, to be honest with you, that's not a fight I want to see. Because I know the outcome of that fight already. A lot of people out there may think highly of Dominic Breazeale. And, I don't think Dominic Breazeale's a bad fighter. I've bashed him in the past. But I've seen this guy get knocked down, beat up. But I've seen him get up a lot, too, after that. Aside from the AJ fight, right? He was stopped in that fight. Or he got knocked. I can't remember if he got knocked out or stopped, but he lost to AJ. You know, I saw him fight Uganov, and this guy was a really good prospect, man. I was watching Uganov beat the living shit out of this guy, and then, you know, Dominic Breazeale rallied back. But let's get into my issue with Dominic Breazeale. He's a fucking lame, all right? Dominic Breazeale's a lame, okay? He's a lame. You know, Deontay Wilder and them Goonies allegedly ran up on Dominic Breazeale, beat his ass, and scared off his wife and kids, allegedly, right? Ain't that shit still in court right now? But you get what I'm saying. I ain't the biggest Dominic Breazeale fan because, well, he's a fucking lame, man. Like, he's a lame-ass dude. But if he fights Wilder, you know, at least there's a backstory for the fight. You know, it's not going to do well. It's not going to be on pay-per-view, right? But if Deontay Wilder was a pay-per-view star, wouldn't that shit be on pay-per-view? If Deontay Wilder did so good on pay-per-view with Tyson Fury, wouldn't his next fight, if it's not against Tyson Fury, be on pay-per-view? A lot of y'all will say that, oh, it doesn't need to be on pay-per-view, right? But doesn't that just negate everything you're saying about him being a pay-per-view star, a draw, an attraction in the United States of America, which he is not? Right? Which leads us back to the negotiation process with Anthony Joshua. Like, Anthony Joshua was the A side. It's clear as day. I'm looking outside. It's clear as fuck outside. That's how clear it is that AJ is the A side to Wilder's shit. We might have to start calling this dude the F side. Shit. He ain't no B side. He ain't no C side. Shit, you failed every class in school, I bet, too. But anyway, Deontay Wilder, he just got to be realistic with regard to his expectations. Now, we can go on the flip side of this. We can talk about the AJ Hearn side, right? Eddie Hearn. Now, April 13th is AJ's next fight date, right? Now, I've been seeing this Dillian Whyte shit many different times, right? I even said it in a video some time ago, months ago, that Dillian Whyte was probably going to be the guy that AJ was going to fight on April 13th, right? That was already set up. Now Dillian Whyte's trying to deflect and say that, oh, they're going to go with Jarrell Miller, which would make sense, especially if Deontay Wilder don't want that work. Especially if Deontay Wilder doesn't want that fight. You know, I'm conflicted on who I think will win that fight. I say it's 50-50 at the moment. But, you know, once that fight's signed, sealed, and delivered, we'll take a sit down. We'll look at both sides and see who we think is going to win the fight. But right now, there's no point in talking about who's going to win the fight if it's not signed. In fact, I'm so tired of talking about this shit, and I wish the fight would just get signed, you know? As I've said many times before, if you want to make more money, if you want to be the A side, you must beat the A side. You're not the A side. Okay? You don't get 50, you don't get 50-50. You don't get all this money. Not right away. You knocked this motherfucker out in the UK, you the man. Like, you knocked him out at Wembley Stadium in front of all those fans. You're that dude in boxing, period. Like, you're that nigga in boxing, period. You feel me? That's all you got to do. I mean, he must be afraid of something. I mean, of course, you're going to go into the UK. They picking the judges. They picking the referee. They picking the ringside. They picking the gloves. Yeah, you're going to have some big-ass rock'em, sock'em, robot gloves on your hand, Deontay. Yes, you are. That shit fucked up, though. I can't even lie. If they get this dude some padded-ass gloves, that shit gonna be fucked up. But, hey, that's what happens when you're at a B side. Well, again, maybe not B side, but the F side, right? We done got so far off topic here. Let's just go back to what I was saying. Deontay Wilder don't want the fight. Plain and simple. If he wanted the fight, he would have signed on the fight on April 13th. Don't give me this shit about no $50 million either, because I know that's always the what you guys always bring up, right? The $50 million, right? Okay. That shit, them niggas ain't have $50 million, right? Did you see the $50 million? Did anybody see 50 mil? Where was that $50 million for, who? Charles Martin. I was reading the comments. Somebody was like, oh, well, they didn't have enough money to pay Charles Martin for a unification bout next. What? They didn't have enough money, but they had enough money to give AJ $50 million? Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz wasn't on pay-per-view, was it? No, hell no, it wasn't on pay-per-view. But he's a draw, right? Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury was on pay-per-view because of Tyson Fury's namesake, right? Come on, man. This shit's not adding up. It don't add up. That's all I'm saying. This shit's not adding up. We don't even got to talk about the resume of this video. We don't got to do that. Okay? Where was that 50 million? Where was 20 million for Joseph Parker? What was the money for him to buy his belt from him? If you want to say AJ bought the belt from him, then you can say Deontay Wilder ain't have enough money to buy the belt from Parker. Like, Deontay Wilder could have been unified all these belts already. He had a head start over AJ, man. He had a head start. But y'all refused to really look into things. You know, he was fighting bum after bum after bum after Stavern, and y'all were cool with that. Why were y'all cool with that? See, I expect a lot of my fighters in the United States. Historically, I was riding with Deontay Wilder, but the shit just don't add up no more. Where the receipts at? Where the receipts for the 50 million? Where the fucking receipts at, man? You don't got to show me. It's all good. I'm just a YouTube personality. But y'all looking bad out here, man. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. Tell me why Deontay Wilder ducking AJ. That's all I want to know. I'm out.